It's giving, I'm about to homeschool 6 kids on the prairie. If it seems darker in here than usual, I apologize. I usually have my front door open for extra light, but it's 18 degrees outside, so I am not opening that up for extra light. Hi friends, welcome to Funshine Fab Crochet. I am Kelsey, and today I've been itching to use this rainbow yarn I have, and we're gonna use it. If you watched whatever video it was I did where I went over my Christmas yarn haul, hold on, Sunday needs under a blanket, it's urgent. If you watched my Christmas yarn haul video, you saw these colors, but just to go over them really quickly again, they're all Loops and Threads brand by Michael, but we have, by Michaels, I meant to say, we have ginger, we have mustard, put them together for leaf green, cornflower, and last but not least, we have periwinkle. 2 of these look like I've used them before, but I don't remember using them. I had these yarns sitting underneath my TV like this. I don't know if it was by coincidence or if I did it on purpose, but I was like, look at that rainbow. And I've been itching to make something with them. And I was finally like, you know what? Skirt. We're making a midi skirt. I also have a brown color I might incorporate. I'm undecided. I don't have much of it. Anywho, I guess I'll just start with the red at the top. As always, to get this party started, I'm gonna start with the waistband. I'm drinking a vanilla iced coffee today, and I'm usually not a big vanilla person. Like, I would never get vanilla ice cream. But when I drink vanilla coffee, I'm like, this tastes good. There's a revelation for you. And it makes me wonder why I don't ever order vanilla. But it came out of a can, so I didn't really have a choice. I just got what was at the grocery store. This Loops and Threads yarn, love it or hate it. She is thick, so things like this work up a lot more quickly. If my talking seems a little scatterbrained, it's because I am counting at the same time. It's also because I am scatterbrained. Austin and I watched a movie, I guess it was 2 days ago, 3 days ago maybe, on Netflix. Don't ask me the name of it because I can't think of it in this moment, but I know it's fairly new, and Julia Roberts is one of the main characters. Anyway, her 13-year-old daughter in the movie is really into Friends, the TV show, and all I could think every time they brought it up was, Julia Roberts is in an episode of Friends. But maybe that's the joke. But you know, also in Friends, the boys love the movie Die Hard. It's like one of their favorite movies, but Rachel dates a character played by Bruce Willis. And I'm always like, I don't know, but I love Friends, and I will not accept any Friends slander. And I love when people tell me I remind them of Phoebe Buffay. Last night I was looking around at some of my finished projects, and they're cute. And I was like, I make so many skirts, but I love skirts. And when it's warm enough to wear skirts, I wear skirts. I was like, should I really make a skirt tomorrow? Because this is enough yarn to make a sweater. But you can wear a skirt year round. A sweater? I also was like, oh, it's rainbow, but these colors are very fall. But then I was like, no, rainbow's year round. You always have to make waistbands smaller than you think you need to because they're so stretchy. I used to always make them way too big. Anywho, we're finito with that for now. Here's what I'm picturing for the rest of the skirt. I'm going up in hook size. I'm going to start with red since it's already right here rocking and rolling and ready to go. I'm thinking, hear me out, I'm thinking triple crochets. I never do triple crochets, but I like how loose and flowy stuff is when you do triple crochets, and I want this to be flowy. I don't care if it's see-through, I always wear stuff underneath my skirts anyway. Like shorts, I mean. If I had any brains at all, I would be counting. I will just do that in the next row when I go around with the next color. We had to take both our dog, Sunday, and our cat, Mia, to the vet this morning. Sunday just needed her nails trimmed and her anal glands expressed. Not to put her business out there like that. But Mia has had a cough that's concerned us. So she had to get the full exam, you know, x-rays, the works. But we're hoping it's just asthma. Maybe a month or two ago, I went to a local thrift store and they had granny squares that somebody had already crocheted. And they were fairly cheap. And I regret not buying them and just, you know, stitching them together to make a skirt or something. A skirt. It's always a skirt with me, isn't it? But it's like somebody else already did most of the work. But also a part of me is like, did somebody die? Is that why these exist? You know, something I've seen a lot lately is people crocheting pockets onto their pants and skirts and whatnot. And I've never done that. But it's kind of tempting because that's one of the biggest downsides, I think, of wearing crochet bottoms is no pockets. I guess anyone who wears girls' clothes are kind of used to that. We are getting near the end here. Or the beginning. It really is a loop. A circle, maybe. Okay, here's what we're working with so far. I'm definitely going to count, mostly out of curiosity, when I do the next yellow row to see how many stitches we got in there. But it being frilly like this gives me a good indicator that it's going to be nice and loose. And that's what we want. So let's do some yellow. Okay, I counted. I ended up with 175 stitches, which is confusing how I got an odd number, I'm not sure. She's given ketchup and mustard, so let's move on with the green color. But yeah, with 175 stitches around, this should be pretty loose fitting, maybe a little flowy. I already know exactly what sweater and combat boots I'm gonna wear with this skirt. Just gotta make it. These three colors are looking so ugly together. They're just very much giving like fall. Oh, and also, look how much of the red I used already. Kind of concerning. Real quick, I just went ahead and did all the colors because when I saw that red and the yellow and the green together, I was like, this is ugly. But anyway, I added the blue and the perp too, and I was like, okay, no, we're back to rainbow vibes. I like it again. So anyway, I'm gonna go up in hook size again. 6mm. J10. You know, I just learned recently that only America uses the letter system for hooks. I'm not sure why. America's always backwards in measurements and whatnot, but I always just called it by the numbers, so nothing has changed for me. This would be a really cute and fun outfit if I made like knee-high socks in the same color scheme, and then a sweater in the exact same color scheme, and then maybe a hat in the same color scheme and wore it all together. Cute and quirky. Not for everybody, of course. But I've done those things with traditional rainbow, and I love all rainbow together. One time when my cousin was really young, probably like 4, he asked me what my favorite color was, and I said rainbow. And he said, that doesn't count. That's all colors. And I said, okay, green is my favorite. And he said, that's a boy color. That can't be your favorite. And I said, who's putting all these rules on colors? And it made him think. I saw the gears turning. I don't even remember the last time I did triple crochets like this. We watched a documentary last night about overconsumption. And it made me feel guilty about the amount of yarn I use. But in my defense, I don't buy a lot of clothes. I don't really use Amazon much. I don't buy much of anything. A lot of the stuff I buy is secondhand, including yarn. I have gone maybe a little yarn crazy lately. And there's another row of red. Don't ask me what the book's about, but I remember a book from childhood where a girl was striped, like her skin, and it was like rainbow color. She's sick. I think she has like a thermometer in her mouth and like an ice pack on her head. I don't know. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? She looked like this, kind of. Am I making that up? This yellow row is probably the last row I'll have time to do on camera today. There's a chance I might work on it a smidge without you tonight, but nothing too crazy. I definitely won't finish it or anything like that. I love this yellow. I use it all the time. Mustard. You know, I couldn't decide for the longest time. I knew I was gonna make this skirt for a day or two now. I couldn't decide if I wanted it to be like color block, like thick stripes of each color, like maybe 5 rows of red, 5 yellow, 5 green, so on. But I'm really, really glad now that I decided to just do a row of each color and then the next and just repeat that pattern. And I know I want this to be midi length, but I know me. And I know when it gets to be mini length, I'm gonna be like, should I? Should I stop? Don't let me. Hold me accountable for the midi. And there's our yellow stripe. You know, as I'm looking at this red, I'm like, I hope there's enough there to make this skirt midi length. Let's find out tomorrow. It's day 2. Let's finish this thing today. What do you say? Every time I say that, I don't finish the thing today, but maybe today's the day. I did indeed make one rainbow without you. Does that make sense? One of each color without you last night. But I didn't do much as promised. And when I break a promise, probably. Let's continue on with some green. Also, this is about how much red we have left. Got me real worried. Although it seems like every video I make, I'm always worried if I have enough yarn for this, that, or the other. And we always make it work. I just fret for nothing. I'm a worrier. Well, I was about to say sorry if it's dark in here, but then I realized I didn't turn all the lights on. Austin swears this couch is orange. I think it's red. But yeah, again, it is really cold outside, so I can't really open my front door for light purposes. I was sitting here feeling not very talkative, and then I realized I haven't had my coffee yet. Duh. So we're going to the movies Friday, and I've been sitting here trying to think of the last time we went to the movies, and I can't. The skirt is about mini length now, and I didn't stop. I kept going, and I wasn't even tempted. That's a lie. I was tempted to stop. It would look really cute mini length also, I have to admit. I think I'll probably take this just past the knee because the weight of it will probably stretch it and make it longer in time. It might look cute though at the end if we take some like cream colored yarn and then make little like rufflies, like scallopy at the bottom and do a few rows of that. I like that because it kind of gives like a lace peeking out from underneath type look. I love to crochet at home in a warm house when it's cold outside, but I'm kind of yearning for the springtime when I can go to the park, crochet in the back of my car, you know, picnic crochet, just crochet in the backyard. I miss those days. But then it's like wearing crochet stuff is so practical in the winter. It's like a crochet hat and mittens and a scarf just makes sense. I just tried her on. She's to the knee. This thick yarn, I'm telling you, it goes so fast. I am going to increase in hook size for the last time. The beeping. Why construction? They're like doing construction this way and they're doing construction this way. Wow, they're actually doing destruction this way because they're like tearing up somebody's yard. Construction this way though. The good news is though, I am no longer paranoid we're gonna run out of red yarn. In fact, I think we might have enough of all these colors that I can make something else cute with them, like maybe leg warmers. But yeah, I'm thinking just one more round of each color once I finish this one round of each color. Okay, I was wrong, and I'm never wrong. I I thought I was gonna have to do one of each color and then I'd be finito. But when I got to yellow, I thought, I better try this on one more time, just in case. And thank goodness I did, because if I had done all the colors, I wouldn't have had space for a border, a finishing touch. It would have been maxi length if I had gone through all the colors and then added the white scallops I wanted to do at the bottom. So I'm sure you can guess what we're doing now. We're adding the border, the white scallops. I think this is especially cute because it looks like clouds under a rainbow. Also, it's got me thinking maybe I will use this yarn to make the drawstring as well. And this is just something I've had for years and years and years. It's Yarn Bee, which is a Hobby Lobby brand in the color Ivory. And it's really thin and soft and just the least bit fuzzy. My favorite part of making skirts is I don't have to count. It's essentially just a tube, and once I get the amount of stitches correct, I can just keep crocheting the tube as it goes. But all good things must come to an end, I suppose, because when I get to the scallops, I have to count the scallops. Look how cute it's looking. I'm gonna do multiple rows of this. I did 3 rows of that. Obsessed! I think it turned out so cute. So let's make the drawstring. Let's make the drawstring. I'm gonna pull a bunch of this out and then I'm going to make it 2 strands thick, just for a little extra security. Maybe 3 strands. Strand 1, strand 2. I'm gonna take 3 strands and my hook. That is 200 chains. Maybe I'll wear this skirt to the movies Friday with tights. Because why do they keep the movies so cold? Woohoo! Shall we go try her on together? And here she is all finito. I love the way it turned out, especially the bottom. It's giving, I'm about to homeschool 6 kids on the prairie. These are the boots. And this is the sweater that I said I pictured wearing with this skirt, and I think it goes so cute together. I do think I could get away with wearing the skirt year round, especially if I just put tights on underneath. But I also think it's gonna be really cute in the summer time. I really love the way the drawstring perfectly matches the finishing touch at the bottom. I think that really ties everything all together. Yeah, I don't know, I love her. I always make things that are traditionally rainbow, like this picture frame. The back fell out of it. Everything's always like true blue rainbow with me. So to mix it up and have something that is rainbow, but dull rainbow, new territory for me, totally new. If you're looking for more crochet or craft with me content like this, or you have any ideas for tutorials and you enjoy tutorials, let me know those down in the comments, but also you should consider subscribing. Those are all the words I needed to say, but I said them in a really strange order. Basically, consider subscribing and commenting if you have any ideas. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am grateful you watched it all the way to the end, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.